Hey, I'm Mike Klijanowicz from Cummings and Company Realtors, and I just wanted to do this brief introduction video so you knew who I was, what I'm about, and you can kind of get an idea of how I run my business. I've been in the business and licensed in real estate since 2005. I work primarily in the Perry Hall area and about a maybe 25-mile radius from there. So Baltimore County, Harford County. I actually live in Falston. I've been there about 13 years. Before that, I lived in Perry Hall for, quite a while. Grew up in Parkville, Kearney area, so I'm very familiar with all the different areas around the northeast side of Baltimore County, as well as all of Harford County area as well, since I've been up there for a while now too. I have sold about 1,000 homes since I've been in the business. I've done about 400 million in overall sales volume. And if you think about our market around here, we don't have a lot of $1 million homes. We're starting to get some now because prices have gone up, but we still don't have a lot of $1 million homes. I mean, my average sales price is around $300,000. So that kind of gives you an idea of how many homes I've actually sold, and to hit that number. But I don't have a team. I don't have a large real estate team. So one of the benefits of that is when you hire me and you work with me, you actually get me. You get to talk to me. You get to email me. You get to text me. Yes, even on Sunday night, whenever something pops up. I know how it is. I know it can be stressful going through, selling your home. And, I've been there. I've done it myself, and I've helped countless other people do it. There's a lot of different things that can happen. I've seen all kinds of different things happen, but I have, professionals in place for whatever we, need. I can just make a phone call and we can make it go away. Phone call and a checkbook takes care of a lot of problems. Now it might have to be your checkbook, but depending on if it's your problem or not. But, a lot of times we can negotiate everything and get it all taken care of for you with no problem at all, no sweat off your back. And, also, if you're thinking about buying a house too, in addition to selling a house, I can work with you from beginning of that transaction all the way to the end. I can help you coordinate the two transactions as well and kind of put it all together for you. I'm trying to think what else to say, just so you know who I am. But I'm about 46 years old. I got two kids. I got a 16-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son. My daughter goes to NDP. My son goes to Loyola. I got a beautiful wife that I've been married. We've been married 20 years. I am a great believer in Jesus, and I do take a lot of pride in that. And I have a lot of things that I do with my faith, including going to some men's Bible study groups, as well as church on Sundays. So that sometimes helps get the house sold too. Doesn't hurt to have God on your side when you need to sell your house. Even in the worst market, God can make everything happen. So we always say an extra prayer for our listings to make sure that they get special treatment, get taken care of too. But everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. You just got to believe that. If you want to learn more about me, you can, I've got absolutely nothing to hide, but what's out there on the internet. Go Google me, put in Michael Klijanowicz and put it in Google. You'll find my profile on the Cummings page. You'll find it on Realtor.com. You'll find it on Zillow. You'll find it everywhere. You'll probably find my YouTube channel as well. I do have a podcast that I do as well called Is Jesus Real? Whole idea of the podcast is to, maybe show it to a person who may not believe in Jesus, and maybe by the end of watching the podcast, maybe they do think, hey, maybe there is Jesus, maybe he is real, and maybe it's a light bulb for somebody, and they open their eyes and they're saved and they go find Christ and go do their walk that they need to do. And and become a better person. I mean, what's the crime in that? There's no crime in becoming a better person. So, that's why I did the podcast, was to try to reach as many people, and bring them back to Christ. And I'm also working on a book right now, that is going to hopefully be picked up for publication. I'm waiting. Literally today is the day I'm shooting this video. I just talked to one of the publishers today, and they're reviewing everything to see what they're going to offer me, if they want to pick up the book or not. So I'm hoping that works out. And I love the Ravens. I love the Orioles. I got my Orioles shirt on, and Roll Downs Roll. Sorry for you Calvert Hall people. I got to cheer for my loyal boy that I'm paying all this money for him to go to school, so I got to cheer for him. But it's just a great business to be in. I love real estate. I always had a knack for it. I actually got into the business by accident. I had a buddy of mine sign us up for what we thought was an investing class and how to invest in real estate. And back in like 2005, when everything was on fire and going nuts, and it turned out to be a pre-licensing class. So what happened was, I said, well, I already paid my money for the licensing class, so I may as well take the class, get my license, and if I don't like it, I'll sell one house, just one, and then I'll break even, and then I'll get my money back, and then I'll learn something. So that's kind of how I got into the business, by mistake, kind of. And I was working at the same time. I used to be a juvenile probation officer for the state of Maryland. I did that for about 12 years. So my last maybe 5 years working for that agency, I also was a real estate agent, doing both jobs at the same time, with two young kids at home, and my wife was, at that time, she was working. So it was a struggle. And what happened was, I started making more and more and more money in real estate, because I started connecting with people. I started building rapport. I started building a client database up, and everybody just kept referring me business and referring me business. And next thing you know, I just had all this business, and my state job, believe it or not, was actually getting in the way. So I walked away. I literally walked away from a job where I was making like 50 grand a year, with benefits and retirement and pension and everything. And I just walked away from it and said, I believe in myself. I believe what I can do for real estate. And I really never turned back from there, and just kind of went full speed ahead. And I've been there. I had a team for a while. I had all these agents working for me. I had a full-time assistant. I was paying her all this money, and it got to be to the point where I was not having any fun anymore, because I was managing people, and I wasn't interacting with my clients as much as the one-on-one intimate connections that I like, where I like to deal with my actual clients face to face, and work with them hand in hand with their transactions. And it was turning into just managing people, and who's getting what lead, and who's getting this lead, and then people fighting and everything. It just wasn't. I was like, this has got to change. So I went back to the basics, and it's just me. I'm a one man show now. I like it better that way. I still got a nice big office up at the big Cummings and Company Realtors office building, right next to Canella's Deli in Perry Hall, if you're familiar with the area. I love Canella's. I go there. I shouldn't admit it, but I go there more than I should. You know what I'm saying? Because their food's really good. But I'm here. I'm in the window right above the front door, and that's where my office is upstairs. So if you're ever in the area, you want to just come say hi, come stop in, say hello, introduce yourself. Just ask for Mike, Mike K. Everybody in here knows who I am. And, I'd be happy to talk to you about your real estate needs. And, other than that, you can always reach me on my cell phone, which is 410-236-3331. You can call or text me on that phone number, whatever's easier for you. And, I look forward to hearing from you soon. And hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit more information about who I am as a person, and as a salesperson, and as my experience. Bottom line is, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this 20 years. I got professional people taking pictures of your house. I got, YouTube videos that we do, which we strategically do with keyword marketing, putting you up at the top of the results. It's all over social media. You will get top all optimum exposure for your house if you list your house with me versus somebody who got their license last week, or with one of these big real estate teams that has somebody on the team that's only been doing it for 6 months, but they're the ones you're actually working with, not the main guy on the team. Because look, I've been there, done that, and you can only do so much. You can only have your hand in so many transactions. When you're selling 400 or 500 homes a year, you can't be involved in every one of those transactions. It's physically not possible. So, you're relying on other much less inexperienced people than you to handle those type of leads. And that's not how I run my business. So, I know I'm not for everybody, and everybody's not for me. And that I get, bottom line is with me, you're going to get somebody who's honest, who's got integrity, that's got great character, and that has unstoppable marketing presence, and knows how to negotiate. I know how to play this game. I know how to make you money. I know how to save you money. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's about other stuff. So, my job representing you is to get you what you want. Get you what you want. And that's why I like to come over and meet with you in the comfort of your own home, to sit down and talk about your plans together, face to face, about what we do, about how we work together. And it's a team effort. I need your help just like you need my help. We need to coordinate everything together. Showing your house is a pain in the butt. It sucks. You got to make the beds every day. You got to have it magazine photo ready every day when you leave. You got to leave for the showings. You can't be there. You got to take the dog out. You got to take the cat out. You got to take the kids out. You got to go to dinner. You got to go whatever. I know it's terrible. It sucks. But it's a small part of the process to, have to deal with for that. So, just remember, it's a team effort here. I'm on your side. And, I also want to say this, that the website made me put in like certain commissions at certain price points and stuff. But commissions are completely negotiable. I negotiate my commissions with every single one of my clients. I tell you what I usually charge for whatever service they're looking for. And it depends. I mean, if you got a $3 million house, obviously I'm not going to charge you the same I would charge somebody that has a $250,000 house. If you're buying another house with me and I'm getting commission from that, I may be able to save you some money on listing your house and do it for a reduced rate because you're buying another house with me. So like we can talk about that. I'm open to having those conversations, and also having conversations about commission in general. Should you pay a buyer's agent? We can talk about it, but I'm going to tell you absolutely should. That's the way you sell your house for top dollar and get what you want. You give a little bit of money away to get a lot more money back. It's part of the selling process, and that's pretty much all I got to say. So hopefully you got a good taste of who I am, what I do, what I'm about. And like I said, I already gave you my phone number, so you can call me if you have any questions or concerns. Text me, whatever's more convenient for you. I know this video was about almost 15 minutes long. I apologize for that, but I do like to try to get all my points in it, and I like to give you a nice big picture of who I actually am, instead of some 30-second little clip about, my stats or whatever. Like, nobody cares about that. So, like, I want you to know who I am. That's what it's all about, So, now I need to get to know who you are. So, you just need to pick the phone up and call me, and I can meet you. So, I'm waiting to hear from you. I got my cell phone ready. All right? Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I will talk to you soon.